Up until recently, I didn't really think that my router placement really greatly affected my speed in such a way. Even when you may have your phone shows 3 bars of connection, but you still, that does not mean that you're going to have the same speed as you do right when you're at that router. So the router, you may have that good of a connection to the router, but the router, it's not coming to you as strong as you are coming to the router. It's like you're not even meeting halfway. I had no idea until I got fiber internet and I could see the speed when I'm 3 feet from the router with full bars on my phone, and then I go 30 feet from the router with full bars on my phone, especially when I moved into the kitchen on the other side of the oven with full bars on my phone, and my speed was almost cut in half. I could not believe it.
No! No!
It was crazy, it really was. It was a real eye-opener when the technician who installed the router said, well, the house of this size, you'll need Wi-Fi extenders. I thought, no way. But guess what? I need a Wi-Fi extender because I moved the router today to the living room, or actually the office. I moved the router today to the office/bedroom, right on the other side of the living room couch. Great speed in the living room. Now in the garage where the router was, speed not so great. So Wi-Fi extender it will be in the front of the house. I could not believe though how much that affected the speed of the router. When you go through walls and when you go through appliances, it's insane how much it cuts down. I have stats, I have the numbers to show you, and I will show you. And I'm also going to show you my journey in moving my router, which involved pulling wires through my house and the tricks that I used in order to get it done fairly efficiently, but most importantly, safely and properly. So stick around and you're going to see what I did and maybe learn something. Maybe you can give me some comments on things I should have done to do it even better. And maybe we both will learn something together. So stick around. Router being moved. This would be a good spot to say router. I hardly know her, but this is now going to be more serious content as enjoy the experience of tooling around. And why not? I got nothing better to do. You'll see from the garage door, we're going to be going and running a wire all the way back to there. Oh, there she is. Oh, cleaning yourself on camera. Thank you. So, real quick, thought about putting it behind the couch, but kind of tough back there. So, right on the other side of the wall is the office/bedroom. I'm going to use the vent and the existing location. There you see that other plate to let me know exactly where I'm going so I can find that wall and get the wire down the wall. There we go. You'll see I opened the garage door and there's the attic access right there. It's a bit taller. Was it about 10 feet? I think it's a 10-foot ceiling, so I'll get a taller ladder. And over there is where the router is currently. Gonna be running a wire from there all the way up and all the way over there. You get the idea. Here we are. And obviously the next step is to remove all the boxes in the way of the ladder. Since we're going to be coming from there, there's an electrical panel. So we want to look and see. Look at that. Gas and electric. We're going to be coming down that wall. So you just want to be careful whenever you're doing this stuff that you don't hit anything vital. Gas and electric. Okay. I have gotten the ladder all 4 feet firmly planted in cement. You just pop open the hole and then I can reassess about another ladder to get up in there safely. Okay. I've marked feed and front room so I know which one comes from the modem and which one is going to be pulled down into the other bedroom. And I've got just like a pull wire that I can leave tied off in the attic. It's going to be down where the router's going to go in case I want to pull anything else. Let's do it. Okay. Well, Sound might be a little different. I've got the mic off. I don't want to lose it back here. I'm going to be crawling between two different vaults. Got my little headlamp on. I have a backup light. I've got the Ryobi. I got my Makita drill. I've got a, looks to be a 7/8 drill bit. 7/8 little pal bit there. Spade, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to pop a new hole. Shut the wires down and I'll foam it later. I'm going to just go down. It's going to be kind of tough to set up much of a action shot there. But you get the idea. And then after I pull it down there, I'm going to have to run it. I'm going to route it underneath here and take it that way to the exterior wall. Other place where I'm going to be going with that front bedroom wire is somewhere in there. You can see the blue Cat 5 right there. It's going over there somewhere. I'll find that. I'm going to do it with as little interruption to the insulation as possible. It's a brand new house. It's my house, but I want to be kind. I try to be good to every house I'm in. So should you. All right, let me pull the wire real quick. It's important to remember that when you're crawling in an attic, you want to make sure your feet are on the joists. You never want to be on the sheetrock. I like to make sure I've got a point of contact. I've got my hands. Usually I have both hands, or I'm holding my stuff I'm pulling. And then you've got feet. I've got 2 feet on. This is probably elementary to most people, but I got my foot down and just keep going that way. I'm gonna find a path. Find a path through there. I'm going right back in there between the vaults. You can see the shadow of my phone. It's crazy. Anyway, more in a second. Another take. Get the wire pulled from over there. My headlamp already started failing. It's gonna go totally low in a minute. My wire is out there right now. I don't love how they did the furnace. There is not an easy way, and my headlamp shut off. There's not an easy way to get over to that wall. So that's gonna be fun. I was wrong. Usually my headlamp fails. That little Ryobi light that I hardly charged, that shut off. No big deal. I have to try to get back there to that exterior wall. Coming down where that Cat 5 comes down, which is way back in there somewhere. Cool. All right. I have emerged from the attic. Yeah. So wires are still out there. Gonna get it in a second. I'll explain what I have to do. It's a little unorthodox up there.
Parkour!
I don't think people who built this house thought about people coming afterwards, so I'll explain it. All right. Fine. Hasn't filmed it today. Now back in the attic, and I've got my Greenleaf fish pole. Take my wires. I'm gonna pull them underneath this little guy here, which is holding the furnace. Yeah. From up here in the attic, we can see kind of in there, right in there, back in there. I'll turn this light off. Oh. There we go. Back in there, way back in there, I've got a pull wire. I'm gonna fish that right through here and then route it this way where you can't see it. I don't want to run right along with all that AC. So I'm just gonna come straight across it and bring it this way underneath all of that. You'll see what I mean. Using my fish pole. Pull in. That's all you gotta do. You get it. You've got to make it smooth when you splice it together, and you want to hope to get them through a small hole. I strip all the conductors and I twist them together real smooth like. It's hard to see that. I'm going to tape it. You want it all smaller than your larger wire, the wire that's going through that hole. With any luck, it'll pull through the first try. Tape it real pretty like though. All right, hopefully most of the attic work done. Oh yeah, the pull wire My wire hooked onto my pole wire. I'll give it a little pull like this. You'll pull it and you'll watch it go. All right, here we go. Pull it on up. Yes. Okay. Now I'll probably leave a little bit up there so I can reroute it. Actually, I'll pull back what I need. Go check it out up there. And I'm gonna be placing a few strategically placed, replacing a few staples in different spots. Strap it, keep it out of the way. I don't want anybody tripping on it. I want some order up there. And then after that, we'll swivel over. Whoa, there we are, up there. After that, I'm gonna notch it and fish it down. Oh, not smooth. And here we go. Get up there. Notch it in. Fish it out here. Move the ladder out of the way. I'll show you what I like to do here. Someone might find this valuable. One of the tools that I love to use, need to use sometimes, is a tone generator. Little toner set. You buy them at Home Depot, Lowe's, online, and many other places. You don't have alligator clips, I forgot. So what I do here, I've got my cable that I've run through the house. I'm gonna strip this back here to the coppers on these wires. Oh boy. I'll strip these back to the coppers on these wires. We'll edit that in post.
You can't be serious.
I'm gonna clip a lead onto each and I wrap it around to make sure it doesn't fall off. They're like, well, they're alligator clips. They got the bite, but sometimes it slips off. Wrap it around real good, turn it on to tone. And I'll just set it somewhere. Take my little wand. Hear that? That's what I want. Now I'm gonna go confirm I know where the wire is by sticking my wand by the plate I think it's behind with the coax. I'll do that right now. I'm just gonna go old school, open that plate up and fish it. Move the shredder here. My lady's got a shredder. Ooh. Okay. That'll go on the outtake reel. Do they do those anymore? Is that cool? Is that epic? Is that what the kids say? And, hey, here's a fun one. I just pulled this plate off. And what do I see? Oh, hold on. Oh, sorry. See that on the left there is my little pull wire. So, bada bing, bada boom. All right, real quick. Is this thing on? What? Cool. Real quick. Sorry. Take two. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna use the Commercial Electric from Home Depot 2-port wall plate. Just like that. Yeah. And then we got a little Cat 5 jack there. A little, looks like that, a little keystone thing. This is pretty neat because it even comes with a little punch down tool. I've got my own punch down tool right here. Sorry, I have my own punch down tool here. If anybody would like to see how to do that, please let me know. I'd be happy to Cover punch down tools extensively, or as extensively as you need to. Fairly simple. The 66 versus the 110. Different blades with just the punch down one, or the one that has a blade on it to cut the excess, or you flip it around and you can continue it on through. That's what she said. Anyway, anybody wants to see anything about this, is this in the shot? Anybody wants to see how to do these? Pretty simple. I'm just gonna, one of those is gonna be the feed from the router, or sorry, pretty simple. One of these is gonna be the feed from the modem to the router. The other one is gonna be the returning out from the router to my son's room. I'll do that one later, so I'm just gonna pop one in here. I'll probably just leave the wire hanging out with the tape covering the hole so I don't have to pull the plate off. And if you want to see that extensively, let me know. I'd be happy to do a video about that. And there's the finished product. I've got tape over the other hole and paranoid of bugs till I can get another jack installed for my son's network. Now look at this. Hear the tone. That part's done. I'm going to terminate the other end, plug into the modem, and then we'll move the router and check the speed. Super. All right. Here we are back at the modem. We're going to terminate a little bit here. Style B, I think, is all people do now. I got my way. Got my ways of doing it. Creature of habit. Maybe we can time lapse this. Pull it up. Make it smooth. Smooth as possible. Oh, there we go. It's in there. It's not all discombobulated. Put it in your crimper. I like the pass-through ones, the easy ones. I like my life to be easy. That's that. It's good. Now we're gonna unplug the router and see if the children are awake. All right, so we're down here. Hey, look at that. It's plugged in and it's green. All right, let's check the speed. Whoa. Folks, let's face it, as time goes by, we are more and more encountering an increased level of electronics in our houses, appliances, especially Wi-Fi connected thermostats, fridges, ovens. We've got microwaves. We've got all kinds of things. All of those things are going to kill your signal. When you stick your router near electronics, it starts to eat up the signal, starts to block it, interfere, do all this kind of stuff. And like when you're talking about in a situation like where I either really should be putting my router in the garage, which I don't want. It's hot in there. It's on one end of the house. Or I pick the other end of the house, which is cooler. A lot of electronics there. And so I'm kind of looking at, I can't really centrally locate my router, not really in a good way. So I'm going to be having to use an extender at the front of the house. Say, should I want a good connection with my, Wi-Fi cameras, and if I want to be outside, maybe I'm mowing the lawn and I'm listening to a TV show on my headphones, things like that. If I want, and the biggest thing, I like technology. I don't like seeing such a signal. I don't like seeing such a signal drop. Anyway, if I'm paying for good speed internet, I want to have good speed internet in the front of the house as well. So there we have it. A lot of times people put the router where it works for the company installing it, and that's not always the best location. So it's all about optimizing your situation. And what we had was, the only place that the internet company could put it was at the very front of the house anyway, which I didn't want to keep that as a location, so I moved it. And maybe we'll all learn something. I sure did sweat a lot. It's hot in that attic. Even though I tried to get in early, it was still halfway through the day before I finished. It was warm, but I prevailed. So there you have it there. There are a lot of Wi-Fi extenders out there. If there is a good Wi-Fi extender that I should be looking into, please let me know. Maybe I can have some comments, some good comments. I'd like to have some good comments, please. What's a good extender? I've got the Hunter Fiber Internets. They got this really cute, tall router. And if there's a good one out there, please let me know what you guys like. If anyone, insert cricket noise here. By the way, we are inundated with crickets here. This is a new house, new subdivision. Crickets everywhere. There are probably 50 dead crickets in the garage, and that is no joke. Attic is perfectly clean though. No bugs, no spiders. Beautiful, beautiful attic. It was a great time other than being nice and warm up there. I was definitely sweating like a pimp with one hoe. I'm sorry, is it more, should you say, a pimp with a lady of the night employee? Maybe. So, there you have it. I'm actually excited to show the kind of tools that I use. That was a fly. I'm actually excited to show the kind of tools that I use to make the wiring happen. And also, if anybody has any questions about that, maybe I could do a video about that kind of stuff, just specifically. Could be fun, I think. So watch this if you want to see how to, maybe you want to see how to make your speed better. I've got statistics. I've got it all. I've also got flies in the house. That's exciting. But what are you gonna do about that? Can't find the fly swatter. It's packed somewhere. So, fly towel. Fly towel, if you're quick enough, get it with the fly towel. Basically, I ran speed tests before and after router relocation. I found a greater speed, of course, in the living room near the router. I probably got 250 meg faster download speed. The garage, though, where the router was, terrible. Hence the Wi-Fi extender. A murder of crows just landed on my neighbor's house. It seems ominous. Now I know why they call them a murder of crows. Okay, so I moved the router. I got the speed I was looking for in the living room. Gonna end up putting a Wi-Fi extender in to get to the very front of the house, which is fine. I really wanted to get it moved. And I ran the cable for my son's bedroom so he could be hardwired into the LAN there, get rid of that access point that he's using. Success. And more importantly, did it better, did a good job, made it clean, didn't fall through the ceiling. That was my goal. Oh, here you go. Here's a hack, a man hack. You want to crawl in your attic? Wear stretchy pants. You don't want tight jeans to keep you from moving your leg, flexibility, and then before you know it, oh, I couldn't get my leg up and my foot on that stud or that joist. Oh no, through the ceiling. Basically, if your router's in a poor location, sometimes it could be solved with the Wi-Fi extenders. Sometimes the good thing is to move that router, get it away from other stuff, get it more centralized, get it to a spot that works better for you. And maybe you can use some of the things that I showed here to do it. If you've dealt with your router problems, if you've solved your router problems, if you have router problems, let me know in the comments. I'd like to know. We can talk about it. Have a dialogue. Yeah. Dialogue? We could interface. That sounds fun to me. I've got nothing else I'd rather do than to connect with you, and is that creepy? I don't think so. There are flies everywhere. I love it. This is why I don't like to eat outside. I don't like to eat outside. You don't need to know that. Filter. Gotta filter it. Basically, please let me know what you think. Share your experiences. Please comment. Tell me, what kind of experiences have you solved with your routers? What kind of experiences are you experiencing with your router? What kind of problems? What can we do to solve this problem? I'd like to know. Comment, like, comment, dislike if you hate it. But please don't. Please like it. And maybe subscribe. I can bring more stuff like this to you. I'm going to do it whether you subscribe or not. But if you subscribe, it might tell me that you like it. And then that means I'll be more encouraged to keep trying. So there. Thank you so much for paying attention, if you did. And thank you for any second of watching this video, if anyone watched it. It was a pleasure to make this video. I spent some hours doing the work, and it's work that I greatly enjoy. And I want to spread the love of the electronic knowledge and the tools and all of that kind of stuff, and just keep this ball a-rolling. Who knows, we might even get to 100 subscribers. That would be wild. Triple digits, yeah. Then I will have really arrived. And, oh, I started staining the fence. They're out of the stain that we need, so we can't do it this weekend. And maybe I can make a video where we finish staining the fence. It's, man, DIY. I DI myself and my wife. We DI all the time. So maybe make a video about that. It's quite a scene to see how messy I get with that stain. It's everywhere. Ruined one of my favorite shirts. Anyway, enough talking about this. I've gone way over time, as if there's any time limit. There's no time limit. Not for me. I'm an old dolt, as my daughter used to say. Anyway, I've gone on and on and on. And come along with me on this journey. Maybe. I don't know. Or don't. No, come along. What's the worst that could happen? We could get a little bit more entertained. We could share the love of DIY and tools. Just man stuff. Or woman stuff. Can I say that? I can't. No woman stuff. Only man dealing with woman stuff. That's all. So, till next time, see you later.